Have you ever felt so completely backed into a corner that you started thinking about asking for help from the last person on earth you'd ever expect? Well, that's exactly what we're digging into today. We're unpacking the wild story of David, Israel's future king, finding a safe haven with his sworn enemy, King Achish. Seriously, it's an incredible story about faith, about character, and about how help can show up when you least expect it.
So, to really get how crazy this story is, you have to start right here, with where David's head was at. I mean, this is David, the giant slayer, the man after God's own heart, but he's been hunted by his own king, Saul, for so long that he's just broken. This quote, it's not some clever strategy, it's a cry of pure hopelessness. He honestly believes it's all over for him.
Okay, so here's our roadmap. First, we're going to look at David hitting absolute rock bottom. Then, we'll dive into the shocking help he gets from an enemy and this incredible gift of a sanctuary. We'll also check out how his character really shone through during this time, and finally, we'll pull out 3 big lessons from all of this for you and me today.
Right, so let's set the scene. This is from 1 Samuel 27. David is just completely worn out. I mean, think about it. Despite all the promises from God, the day-in, day-out threat of being hunted has just ground him down. And he ends up making a decision, not out of faith, but out of pure, raw fear.
And what a decision it is. I mean, this is a move that makes no sense on paper. He doesn't go to some neutral country. No, he runs straight into the lion's den. He goes to Gath, the hometown of Goliath, the giant he famously killed. He's literally banking on the Philistines hating Saul more than they hate him. It's a total desperation play.
And this is where the story really takes a turn. Because it's here, in this place, his people would have considered unholy, that God's plan starts to unfold in a way that absolutely nobody could have predicted. I mean, just look at this reversal. It's stunning. You've got King Saul, the man who should be protecting David, his greatest warrior. Instead, he's trying to kill him. And then you have King Achish, the Philistine king who should be David's #1 enemy. And what does he do? He gives him a home. The person who's supposed to help hurts, and the person who's supposed to hurt helps.
So here's the big lesson here. We just can't put God in a box. His help, his provision, it isn't limited to the people or the places we think are spiritual enough. You know, sometimes the help you think you deserve won't come, and God will use the most unexpected person imaginable to open a door for you.
But King Achish's help wasn't just, letting David crash on his couch. He didn't just tolerate him, he actually invested in him, giving him something that would become absolutely crucial for David's future. And this is where we get this amazing idea of a Ziklag moment. Think about it like this. It's a God-given sanctuary. It's a season where God pulls you out of the line of fire, not because you're giving up, but so you can rest, regroup, and build up your strength for the next big thing. It's a strategic pause.
And look at how this happened. It was so simple, but so profound. David, very humbly, just asks for a small place for him and his men. And Achish, in this incredible act of trust and generosity, doesn't just give him some outpost, he gives him an entire city, Ziklag. And just like that, a sanctuary is born, the very place David needed to train his men and prepare for what was coming next.
Now, this story isn't just about what God did for David, it's also about who David was during this time. I mean, how did he carry himself while he was living as a refugee, surrounded by people who didn't share his beliefs or his values at all?
Wow, this quote is one of the most powerful testimonies you can find. Remember, this isn't coming from one of David's buddies. This is the pagan Philistine king, his host, who is saying, I've watched this guy day in and day out, and I can't find a single thing wrong with him. That's character.
And that's the takeaway for us, right? Your integrity, how you live your life, it speaks way louder than any sermon you could ever preach. It doesn't matter if you're in an office that feels hostile to your faith or in a situation that feels totally foreign. Living with character is a powerful witness that even people who completely disagree with you can see and respect.
So let's bring this home. How do we take this ancient story about survival and unexpected help and actually apply it to what we're going through? Let's break down 3 really practical lessons.
All right, number 1, trust God's navigation, not your own logic. Even David's fear-based decision, God used it to get him to a place of safety. Second, be humble enough to accept help from unlikely sources. Don't let your own pride or your own ideas about who should help you get in the way of a blessing. And third, bloom where you are planted. David didn't just sit around and hide in Ziklag. He used that time to grow and prepare. So use your current situation, whatever it is, to get stronger.
And at the end of the day, this is the core truth of the whole story. David's real safety wasn't in Saul's palace, and it wasn't even in Achish's city. It was in the hands of the God who is in charge of all of it. Your security isn't defined by your surroundings, but by the one who governs those surroundings.
So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. In the middle of whatever battles you're facing, whatever pressures are on you, just look around. Where might God be providing an unexpected place of refuge, a Ziklag, for you to heal and get strong for whatever's next? Where is He hiding your Ziklag?